Hey, I'm in Missouri now, but I have a little catching up to do because I left you guys basically in Greensboro, North Carolina, from which I moved on to Georgia. Well, my host in Atlanta was the channel lalalizbeth, and the highlight was getting to see all of her artwork that I'd already seen on YouTube in person. It's really good, and I want you to see it too. So check out the link in the sidebar, and don't miss the 2-minute, 20-second mark, because that's the pop-up book she made. I have to go scrape some ice off my car, but I'll leave you with two dispatches from the Deep South. First, we're going to Tuskegee, Alabama, a truly fascinating place steeped in conflicting significance in American history thanks to separate phenomena of the Tuskegee Airmen and the Tuskegee Experiment. First of all, you never want to say one when you mean the other, because the Tuskegee Airmen were the first black fighter pilots in the U.S. military. They flew in dogfights against the Nazis. Their heroism was powerful in bringing about an integrated military, and their stories are a point of pride for African Americans, especially in Alabama, because they demonstrated not only courage, but the intense mental ability necessary to excel at such a demanding job. Now, at the same time the Tuskegee Airmen were fighting the Nazis, the Tuskegee Experiment was conducting Nazi-style medicine on the people in and around the same town. See, in 1932, the U.S. government found 399 poor black men who had syphilis, and for the next 40 years, until unbelievably 1972, the federal government gave them fake placebo treatments so that they could observe what happens to syphilis patients who receive no treatment. The government tricked these men into not taking penicillin. Untreated syphilis, by the way, kills you after it drives you insane. So these are the disparate histories that the people of Tuskegee, Alabama live with today. But for the half-dozen locals I spoke to when I was there, it is clear which one wins. They were proud of their town's place in aviation history and happy to reminisce on growing up in a culture of pilots. The census says that Tuskegee is 95% black and 2.5% white. Everyone I saw that day was black, except for one white man. This guy, the Confederate soldier, erected in the center of this park that is the town square. Tuskegee, by the way, is the seat of Macon County and boasts this very impressive courthouse. Barbecue. As odd as it seems to a northerner, many of the South's great barbecue restaurants share land with gas stations, truck stops, and other mundane fixtures of commerce. But if you're eating barbecue, you're better off next to a Shell station in Georgia than next to Central Park in New York, because first of all, northerners are unaware that barbecue does not happen in 10 minutes on a fired grill. It happens over hours in a pit. So the best barbecue I had on this trip, and there were several candidates, was the baby back sandwich on Texas toast at Rogers in Hogansville, Georgia, specializing in Brunswick stew since 1945. Next stop, New Orleans.